Hello and welcome to Carp Hunter's YouTube channel. We're here at the Bluebell complex again, but this time we're fishing Sandmartin Lake, and it's freezing cold. You know, it's absolutely freezing outside. It's 5 degrees at the minute, so the cold weather is definitely among us now. So we're here for a mega 1 week session again. So got plenty of time to change tactics, go through what I'm doing and whatnot. Apologies for no footage during light. The simple fact that I got here about 5ish when the sun was going down. So yeah, I just rushed to get my kit all sorted and get my rods out before dark. And well, by the time I knew it, it was pitch black out. So that was all I could do. So I'm recording with the bivvy light at the minute, and that's it. So you know, it's not even 9 o'clock yet, but it's absolutely pitch black out. Hence the bivvy light that I'm using. So I just wanted to go through where I am. I'll put a picture of Sandmartin map up now. I am on well, if you fish Sandmartin or Bluebell, there's a swim called Cobbles, and it's right next to the office, in a little bay sort of thing. And the next swim to the right of that is the swim I'm in at the minute. So I'll highlight that quickly now on the picture for you, so you can just get a rough idea of where I am. Yep, it's hunting season as well. If you didn't know, that's why that's why you can hear the gunshots. Yeah, so we're here for a mega 1 week session, Friday to Friday. Well, Thursday this week to Friday next week, but today's pretty much a write-off since well, it was dark by the time I was fishing. So in way of fish, I'm not expecting too much tonight. Maybe a line or two, and but no pickups. I'd be very surprised if I got any pickups, considering the amount of commotion I caused in my swim. I must have cast out about 12-13 times just to find a spot for all 3 rods. And to be honest, it's so clear out in front of me, I could have literally just pub chucked them for tonight. But I found my permanent spots for the time being at least, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna get in my sack because it's absolutely freezing, like I just said. But I'm gonna get nice and toasty now, and I'll see you in the morning. If I get a fish tonight, obviously I'll show you, but the chances of that are almost nil. So don't expect anything tonight. But we've got a week yet. So Sandmartin is a very hard lake. It's in the shadows of Swan and Kingy, but it's harder than Mallard and Bluebell by a country mile. So catching on Mallard isn't obviously too hard, but with the amount of pressure, like I said, it's an accomplishment to it's an achievement to catch any time at Bluebell. So I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna get in my bed now and get warm and cozy. Not going to be a late night tonight because I'm quite tired from setting everything up. You know, putting this big old bivvy up. It took me, well, it wrestled me for about half an hour or so to put it up. But apart from that, everything's sorted now. Just got a couple of things to square away in the morning. Just make home for the next week. But yeah, we're fishing, which is the main thing. You know, we come fishing to fish, not to make home look nice. But I will sort everything out in the morning, and I'll go through my spots, my rigs, my bait, and everything like that tomorrow. But for now, guys, let's go fishing, and well, let's try not to freeze to death tonight. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Obviously, with the lack of nighttime footage, like I predicted, nada happened last night. Obviously not surprising on Bluebell. But we are fishing. All 3 rods are out still. I did recast this morning, but I didn't put it on film because it's been so windy, and the camera's actually inside the bivvy at the minute, so that's why you can't hear the wind, but it is quite windy. Well, it's calmed down for now, but meant to get into 30-mile-an-hour gusts today. So I'll show you where I'm fishing in a bit, but I just wanted to let you know what rigs I'm using and what bait I'm using. So on the very left hand rod, I've got Sticky the krill pop-ups. You can't really see that, but I've got sticky the krill pop-ups on my left hand rod, double fake corn on my middle rod, and then the Nash Instant Action Strawberry Crush pop-ups on my right rod. Only using these purely for the fact that the guy told me Tilly came out on them, and actually Tilly came out last Wednesday as well, so she's active on the feed. But I did want to get here with the chance of catching Tilly, but now she's been out, she won't be out for another month or two, so hey ho, there's some bigger fish, there's some big fish in here. Tilly's 51 pounds at the minute, so a huge fish. That'd be a PB for me, and it'd be a PB for most people, I would have thought. But like I said, it's going to be quite cold today, quite windy, and I'm going to put the camera away now because I don't want to waffle on too long. But I'll show you the fishing spots behind me when I recast. I'll put some bait out later with the old spod rod. But for now guys, I'll see you in a bit, but maybe with a fish. Unlikely, but you never know. Hello, and welcome to the afternoon update. Obviously nothing's happened with the lack of footage, but I am going to spot out a couple of spawns for each rod now, purely just to show you where I'm fishing. And I've only put one spawn over each rod at the minute, so I'm going to do that, and I'll do that so I can show you where I'm fishing and the rigs I'm using. But apart from that, it's all been quiet. I don't think anything's came out across the lake, but I'll do that now. I'll turn the camera off, get the spod rod out, and I'll show you where I'm fishing. Like I said, only 1-2 spawns over each rod. Yeah, so nothing's came out across the lake as far as I know. So I'm just going to get the spod rod out now and put 1 or 2 spawns over each rod, and that's all I can do for the time being, because nothing's coming out and nothing's showing in front of me. So I haven't really got anything to lose. So I just thought I'd spot a little bit out, because there's no bubbling above my spots. There's nothing like that. So I'll turn the camera off now and get my spod rod out, and well, you'll see me swimming out. Okay, so that's the spotting done for now at least. I think the tactic I'm going to go with this session is little and often. Well, not often, but little. So as you saw, I did 2 spawns for each rod, so I'm going to do little and every 3-4 hours or so. So that's that. You can see the slick in the water where I've just spotted out, just there. That's where my 2 rods are. They're probably about 8 feet apart from each other. It's mostly all weed out in front of me. So the one little gravel patch I have found is where I've plonked those 2 rods, and I've got 1 rod out in the margins just around here. Let me just show you. Just in this margin, just here, on a tiny little clear spot. It might be clay, it might be low-lying weed, or it might be gravel. I'm not too sure. But when I did bring the rod back, there was no jitter of the rod tip. So I'm thinking it's either clay or really low-laying weed, or really low-laying weed. So that's that. Like I said, the reason I'm fishing that reed margin, even though the water is so down, probably about 3-4 foot of water just there. But Tilly, 51 pounds, came out in 3 foot of water. So you know, that's what I'm going with. The bailiff came by earlier and said that, so I'm going to go with what the bailiff says. Always pays to take a bit of the bailiff's advice, but that's what I'm doing so far. Not a lot's happened, not a lot showing, in fact nothing's showing, but I've done all I can do now, so I'm going to get back in the warm and chill out for a little bit, maybe have a rethink of tactics for tomorrow. But until then, I'll see you in a bit. But rods are staying as they are until tomorrow at least. I may leave them for 48 hours, but we'll see how that goes. And with my middle rod, it's on fake double corn, so I could leave that indefinitely until I get a bite. So who knows, I may do that, I may not, but we've got a week here, plenty of time to catch a fish, so that's everything I've updated you with now, and I'm going to turn the camera off now and stop waffling, so I'll see you in a bit. Good morning. Obviously, with the lack of nighttime footage, nothing was caught last night. Nothing came out across the whole lake as far as I'm aware. So I'm not the only one blanking. I haven't had any liners, no indication that fish are even around where I've got my rods. But honestly, last night I could hear a fish crashing every 5 minutes. I stayed up until about 1:30 just so I could hear where the fish was splashing. I was sat here with the bivvy door open, seeing as much as I could, because it's a full moon at the minute, so it lights up the water kind of, and they're further out than I'm fishing. On this particular peg, I'm limited to 10 wraps because Cobbles, the swim to my left, cuts me off, and that gets priority because it's on the main bank. So I'm limited to 10 wraps at the minute, but fish are coming in this bay a lot, as far as I know. So whether I'm not fishing right, whether I'm fishing in a bit of weed that they're not happy with, yeah, whether I'm fishing in a bit of weed that they don't like, or I'm just not fishing in the right spot, it's all gonna have to be a bit trial and error until I find what works. But I'm gonna leave the rods completely how they are today. I've just spotted out 1 kilo of sticky manila, just around the sort of general area of my rods. Obviously, I did 3 spoms on top of each rod, and then I literally just peppered the area with boilie just to try and get the fish attracted to my hook bait. So that's that. There's probably about, well, for all I know, the fish could have cleaned up all the particle by now, but the boilie will stay there for a little bit until the big fish come along. But that's my sort of my tactics for today, really. There's a huge head of bream in here. There's tons of bream in here. So yeah, I really want to try and avoid them, but you know, it's a bit hard when you're fishing for carp, because bream eat the exact same thing. So it is what it is. I'll have to deal with them as they come, if they do come. But like I said, I'm happy-ish with how I'm fishing. I'm doing as much as I can do. Like I said, I've hammered in the boilie this morning, put 1 kilo of boilie out around and on where my fishing spots are, like I just said. But apart from that, nothing else has happened at all, really. It's just been absolutely dead quiet all around the lake. You know, I'm checking the Facebook group every morning, and just nothing's being posted at all, really. And I'm not sure whether that's because the amount of people on here. You know, it's pretty much a full house today. There's the odd swim that's free. I know Cobbles went free last night, but that would have been taken this morning. And there's one swim free right next to me, so I hope I hope no one plonks themselves down in there, because I've got my 2 rods almost to the border of their swim. So I don't want someone going in there and chucking a lead about for half an hour, just to completely turn my swim off. So that's sort of in a nutshell of what's happening, really. It's just rammed every single day. You know, the second the gates open, Trev comes down in his silver and blue car, and then a huge convoy of vans and cars behind him to completely fill out the lakes. But there's not a lot I can do, really. I can just sit on my hands and wait for the bite to come, or I can have a little rethink of where I want to go, because like I said, I've got a week here. I can end up moving if I want to. But this swim has good fish form, and that's what's sort of edging me towards staying here, really. and that's it. That's everything. You're up to date now. Nothing else. Didn't get any liners last night. It's getting cold as well at night, so whether that's affecting how the fish feed. But I was watching one of the carpology videos about how to approach autumn fishing and winter fishing. I think it was with Adam Penning, but he said that autumn fishing is not like it used to be, because especially on these day ticket venues, bait gets absolutely hammered in all through the summer. They don't need to do a big feed up for the winter. They've got plenty of food around them to last the whole way through their winter slumber. So whether that's true or not, we'll just have to find out. But you know, catching on swan and then catching on mallard last week, I'm just, I don't know. I'm sort of expecting a fish, which I shouldn't be, because these lakes are so hard to fish. But this is my bogey water, actually. I've never caught a fish from this lake. This is my bogey water, actually. This is the hardest lake I've fished in a long time. Swan is on paper harder than this lake, and it probably is. You know, don't get me wrong, but you know, I was fishing in weed on swan, and on what, the 5th day, a fish came along, 35 pounder, graced my landing net. So I've still got I've still got plenty of time to have a rethink, but I'm just sort of being driven a bit mad at the minute because I want to catch. So that's that. But I don't want to waffle on too much longer, because this vlog's going to be a long old bloody watch if I keep waffling on like this. So I'm going to stop waffling now, and I'm going to just have a long rethink about everything, really, because I need a plan B if plan A fails. But apart from that, I'll speak to you in a bit. But maybe you'll see me with a fish in my hands. We just don't know yet. So yeah, I'll speak to you in a bit. Maybe this evening, possibly this afternoon. But yeah, I don't want to add too many clips into this vlog, because I'm here for a week. It's going to end up being like a 3-hour video, and no one's going to watch that, are they? So I'm going to stop waffling there, guys, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Well, guys, I'm in again. Take me around this tree. nice common. Rolling on the line, it's so scary. By the looks of it, it's come on the squid and krill red pop-up from Nash. Get in! Oh. Get in. Fish landed, guys. Wow. Right, I'm gonna get him unhooked, get everything prepared, and then I'll get him weighed, and then I'll show you him on the camera. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we are. So I've got the fish, and 27 pounds, 3 ounces of sandmartin beauty, really. Let's just get some water on him. Oh. Behave. And there we have it. Absolute nice fish. I mean, not very often you catch a common on these parts, but yeah, when you do, it's clearly very special. Oh. Right, let's just get some more water on her. Oh. Oh. Got a bit of an injured scale here, so once I stop recording, I'll chuck some propolis on it. Whoa, relax, buddy. That is a nice fish. Nice way to start the day. taken us a little while to get off the mark, admittedly, but we did in the end, and I'm well chuffed about it. So I'm going to put the camera away now, get the camera set up for some self-take photography while I put him back in the margins. But yeah, I'll, like I've done the last 2 times, I'll show you a photo of the fish in its final edit. But for now, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, it's about an hour and a half after you've just seen the last clip, and well, I'm still pretty buzzing about that, to be honest. It's the first fish I've had on this lake for a little while. So I'm just going to tell you what it was on. It was on Nash Instant Action Squid and Krill pop-up, but I'm sort of drawing to the conclusion that any decent hook bait will work. This was a single. I was fishing single on this. No freebies around it. Just purely that single hook bait on the spot at 9.5 wraps towards a single tree. And I haven't actually recorded anything in the last couple of days, but I have moved to swim. That corner didn't look good for a bite at all, so I did move along to 3 swims across to my right. So it's the last swim before you go around the corner to where you can't drive, which is, it's a good swim just here. And I'm fishing 9.5 wraps towards a single tree where I got the bite. So I'm fishing all clear spots, and as you can hear, it's very windy at the minute. But that's it. That's all I've done. I've just been constantly thinking what I can do better, and that's what it came on. A bright red pop-up, and it stinks horribly. Let me just get that in focus for you. There we go. Yeah, just a bright red pop-up, squid and krill. But like I said, it will come on anything. Any decent hook bait I think will work. But that's that for you. Obviously it was on a Ronnie rig, and I'm going to turn the camera off now because I'm going to have a little nap because I am absolutely knackered. Bite came at roughly 8:30 in the morning. I was already awake. I was just laying in my pit, just watching a couple of videos and whatnot. But it didn't go. It wasn't a one toner. It was sort of like a bream bite at first. I thought, oh, this is the last thing I need. Get my net dry for no, get my net wet for no reason. But it just absolutely ripped line off for a couple of seconds. Then it stopped. So I ran outside, looked down at the reel, and it was slowly ticking away. And I thought, this is definitely a tench or a bream or something. Well, I doubt it would be a bream, but this is definitely a tench. And then it just absolutely one-toned off again. So I thought, oh, this is a carp. Struck into it and absolutely just beat me up for most of the fight. When I set the camera up, it was a bit weeded up, but just been bullying it a little bit. I freed it from the snag, and it was a pretty simple fight after that. As you saw, the fish was tired, and I just reeled it in slowly. Took a bit of line here and there. But it tried going left of the tree for some, to the left into the snag at the bottom. So it's probably been caught from this peg or on this bank before, and it knows where it needs to go. But just tighten down your clutch, and you know, just use the rod tip action to play it that way. Don't give it any slack line when it's in that shallow of water and near weeds. So once I did that, loosened up the drag a little bit, and I was playing it for a couple more minutes, and it graced my landing net, and it was a beautiful common, and that's all there was to say about it. So 27 pounds 3 ounces of sandmartin beauty. So that is 3 sessions in a row now where I haven't blanked. The next lake we're fishing on this complex, I'm gonna say now, it's gonna be Kingy. I think I'm gonna tackle Kingy. Hard lake, harder than Swan, I would say. Just a tiny bit harder than Swan, but I think it's just a tiny bit harder than Swan. So I've caught on Swan, I've caught on Mallard, and I've caught on Sandmartin in the vlogs. So the next one we tackle is going to be Kingfisher, but we've still got a couple of days left of this session, and I'll turn the camera on in a bit when I'm going to update you. Hopefully, fingers crossed, with a fish. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I really apologise for the lack of footage throughout this week, but the weather has just been absolutely awful. I mean, it's been windy all the time. We've been having rain, and yeah, it's just not prime recording conditions really. So apart from that fish I got, and a couple of times spotting out, and the but what I said after the fish is pretty much the only time I've had to record. Obviously I could record within the bivvy and waffle on, but what's the point in that? It just dragged the video out. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, but yeah, I'm glad I've caught. I did get the blank out of the way, and that's all I've had. So we've still got about 2 hours left of fishing before I'm off home, and still time for one more. But yeah, it's been a good week. 3 fish have came out in this last week that I've been here. I think, well, almost 2 weeks that I've been here. Tilly came out on Monday evening. I'll put a picture of it in here. I took some pictures for him, so I'm sure he won't mind. And then he had a 30 that same evening, and then the next morning I had that £27 mirror. I had that £27 common. So it's definitely not an easy lake, but it's Bluebell Lakes. You know, you can't come here and expect to catch 4 or 5 fish a session. That's just not going to happen. So look, I'm happy I haven't blanked. I'm happy I've caught. But yeah, for a week's fishing, I would have thought I had at least 2 more. But like I said, fish are fish. They don't play by the rule book, and they feed when they want to feed. So who knows, when I leave the complex, they might go on a huge feeding frenzy, and I might have timed this absolutely terrible. But I caught, so I ain't complaining. And you can probably hear the bivvy blowing in the wind. It's not been it's been a lot worse than this, sorry, throughout the week. But yeah, like I said, nothing to record, nothing at all to record. So this is the end of the video here, end of my session. Everything's packed up away. I've still got my bivvy up because I don't know when the rain's going to come, and I don't know when the wind's going to come. But everything's packed up apart from my bed chair that I'm sitting on, and obviously my rods are still out. But that should only take 10-15 minutes to put away, and then I'll be off home. So yeah, I've enjoyed this session. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. You know, not a long video, but we've caught at least three sessions in a row now. We haven't blanked. So next time you'll see me, I'll be on my syndicate, Crown Lakes Embryo. It's an old clay pit, 50 foot in some places, but you'd never fish that deep anyway. So there's that. What else to tell you? That's it. That is literally all I've got to tell you. If there's anything you want to ask about Bluebell Lakes, hit me up with a message. My Instagram is jackfellamy36. I'll put it in the description below. And obviously write in the comments section if you want to ask any questions or need any advice on Bluebell, because I fish here so much, and I don't want to blow my own whistle, but I think I know my way around the complex, know where to fish, how to fish, what to fish with, and etc, etc. So if you have any questions, if you're coming down to Bluebell Lakes, make sure you give me a message, and I'll hopefully lead you in the right direction. But I don't want to waffle on any more than I have to. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, which is going to be at Crown Lakes, my syndicate. So you'll see me then. When will you see me next? The next video is most likely going to be up November 10th, maybe, something like that. So you've only got a couple of weeks to wait for that. So I'll see you in the next video, guys, and tight lines. But yeah, like I said, if you're coming down to Bluebell and you want some advice, feel free to give me a message. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, click the subscribe button, because we're actually on 60 subscribers as of recording this. The channel's growing more than I could have believed. So the next stop is 100 subscribers, and then I'm going to try and do something special for that. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Tight lines, and well, I'll see you in a bit.